Okay, some things have changed, but I gotta show you this real quick. This is what we're all about. I blurred the opponents and the scores out there, but went on a little winning streak to just barely get into Champion 3. So we're done with ranked, and this is where these gameplays come from. I believe they're mostly ranked. Some might be some head-to-head, I don't know. Maybe even some gauntlet, which we're going to get into today. And you're probably looking in that top right like, what happened to my coins? Yeah, I pulled that card in the intro, and that sold for 1.3 mil off of a welcome pack. Cut has been very kind to me. Now that we got 1.3 mil, they're going to be some roster additions made. All right, here we go. Here's the lineup. This is what we're rocking right now. Subject to change, and not the lineup you'll be seeing in these videos. Obviously, they were old. This is day of, as of the 21st, when this is being recorded and uploaded. This part, at least. Walter Jones, one of my favorites here. Warren Moon, killing shit. This backfield tandem. I might upgrade from Matt Forte now that we're up on the coins, but you never know. You can see all the BNDs here. This is my Evo, my backup, Austin Simmons. He was fun for a while until we pulled Warren Moon out of a pack. I'm sure that'll actually be in the intro as well. I want to put both of those pulls in there, but I might not put the Warren Moon. I don't know. That was Wilson, Michael Crabtree, Steve Smith, Ozzie Newsome, Vernon, Gronk. Forrest Gregg, probably one of the biggest disappointments on my own line, but I want to bolster this spot right here, my only sub 85, and then maybe go from there. But take a peek at the defense as well. I want Ray Lewis, but he's going for way too much, and his card is not very good. Got free safety, Brendan Jordan, Rod Moore, Merriweather, Sherman, Cromartie, and Pickett are main free corners with Tooley and McLean in the back. Sammy Brown has been demoted to edge rusher, but that's where he was at the beginning of the year, and he was making havoc. And he still makes havoc here because he has 86 speed and is one of the fastest edge rushers in the game. On the other edge, we got Chris Long, Gerald McCoy, Barry Alexander on the inside. Sometimes Jamarius Brown gets subbed in there. Clay. Let's go to our specialists so we can see our users. Clay and Chris Cole are the users. Like I said, Sammy Brown, Chris Long, pass rushing. Those two on the D tackles. Pickett, our slot corner. Slot receiver, Steve Smith. Power back. Receiving back. And then our playbook, something we don't really go over. Run the pro style offense with Iowa. Penn State defense. And I meant to change this to Trojan Stadium. You have USC's uniform. So the next videos where you see some USC and some Maryland gear more so will be the more updated ones. Thank you so much for watching. Enjoy the no commentary gameplay. See you there. Tap that subscribe button. Be sure to click the bell icon to get notifications for whenever I upload. Now let's get on to the video.
And the Hoosiers headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. He'll start the return inside his 5. Makes a move. Got a little room. Just an outstanding return there and really sets up his offense nicely.
Let's go.
Tells to run, wants to pass. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. He'll be stopped at the 16-yard line. It's enough for a first down in the red zone.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
They've moved to the 16. It's 1st and 10. Looking to pass. It's Moon. Oh, pressure's coming. He's got it on the run. Touchdown, Virginia! A great catch and run for 6. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Let me tell you, that opening script was a masterpiece. Send that baby to Hollywood, and it's a blockbuster.
I think so, and A-listers all over the field for this offense. You saw some of the playmakers they've got and the speed. Great job going out and executing on that opening drive.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. Three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Looking for a crease to the left. Got enough for the first down. Oh, he's got some space. At the 30. He's at the 10. He is in. Touchdown, Hoosiers.
And that is exactly what they wanted to see. They talked about bolstering their speed at the running back spot. They said this guy could do it. And you get a good glimpse of it early in this football game. Palmer, there's one thing to talk about speed. It's another thing to talk about speed. And that guy takes off, erases some angles, and makes the big play early.
It's so true, David. There's so many really good running backs in the country that can make people miss, but when we see them get into the second level, they always get caught. This guy is a little bit different. And now if you're on defense, that's a big alert. You know, hey, if we don't tackle him, if linebackers miss him, if safeties miss him, and this guy gets in the second level, he is taking it to the house. There's a lot of pressure now in this defense to tackle.
He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it'll be hard to stop.
Knocked down behind the line. Boy, he powered through one tackler, but there were more there to greet him. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. To the air, it's Moon. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Pressure got to the QB that time. He was trying to find his check down out of the backfield, but the hit forced the incompletion.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Fires to the tight end. Turns it on in midfield. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
And he moved it slightly forward. Defense played it well.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard games just because of the body blow effect.
And this offense is clicking, everything's moving, and the guy carrying the football, I mean, he is carrying the rock. Like, this is a guy he's setting this tone for this game, creating some balance on this offense. This offense is going to be a handful.
Yeah, David, I'd love to sit here and say, well, the offensive coordinator is just one step ahead of his counterpart across the field. That's not it. Right now, his offensive line is establishing the line of scrimmage, and you mentioned the back. He right now is running with authority on this drive.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. The run inside. It's George. Stopped right there.
And you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you get a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
They put the brakes on him at the 21-yard line, short of the line to gain, and now field goal or go for it on 4th. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Going to try to get it himself. He got enough, slides, and moves the sticks on 4th and short.
And this offense, they don't want a field goal. You can tell. They want a touchdown. They want points. 4th down, going for it. And how about the QB, man? How about the poise? Dropping back to throw the football. Nah, it's not open. Nothing there I don't feel comfortable with. But he absolutely pulls the trigger, makes the decision, tucks it, and gets the big 4th down conversion.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll go to the counter play. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
And this drive, this offense is really focused on physicality, man. Running the football, look at right here, right up the gut. Nice play, nice job just controlling the line of scrimmage, putting a drive together. This offense really doing a good job right now.
And they get to him early, and he'll be knocked down for a loss of 4. Looking for a man. It's Moon. Lets it fly. And that one's going to be incomplete. I don't think he got a foot down along the back of the end zone.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
Looking to throw on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Cavaliers! Fitted in the window for the score. There have been miniseries, novels, movies, long-form plays that have been over in shorter period of time than that drive. That was a marathon.
And that's just so frustrating when you're a defensive guy time and time again trying to get the stops, and they just keep making the plays, and they punch it in for a touchdown. Demoralizing.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Gonna run it. It's Lacey. Turning it on. He's at the 50, the 30, the 20. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Hoosiers! Extra point here will tie the game.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the 2nd level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. Absolutely nothing settled, deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. We've got a good one going here, and looking forward to keeping those vibes going here in the 2nd quarter. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Hits inside. It's George. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
They'll run him again. All over him immediately. The Cavaliers will hustle to the line. Dropping back, it's Moon. Right side, it's Newsome. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line.
And it's so fun to have that trump card, right? Like, it's almost like playing a video game with this guy. When you got a big tight end that can make plays, that gets open, that feels those soft spots in the zones, third downs, money downs, the tight end is always open, especially with that big body. He finds them, and he gets the first down.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. On the option. He'll toss it. Fights off a defender. Gets it out across the 40. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 42 as this offense trying to put together a good drive.
Just really solid play by this offense. Nice job. Whatever the defense gives you the option, they're trying to make you wrong. The problem is... You got so much to cover. Nice chunk gain. Just remember, that quarterback can also stick his foot in the ground, get north-south, and make plays too.
Trying to squeak through the pile. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the first down.
Hey, guys, that's not a surprise, is it? Watching tape coming into this football game, he can make things happen. He can run around you. He can run through you, just like you saw right there, break tackles. They will feature him early in this football game. They'll feature him often. He's one of their game breakers.
With the catch, it's Newsome. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. And the Cavaliers with the 1st and 10. Follows his blocks. It's George. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
This drive facing a little adversity on 2nd and 11. From the gun. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28 and it's 3rd and long. He's got the tight end. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped.
Well, it feels like everybody else on offense has been getting some in the passing game this drive. Finally, they get the tight end going, too. He's like, dude, I'm good, and I'm open. Throw me the ball. And that's exactly where their quarterback goes. He's feeling it right now. He's distributing the football to a bunch of different people. And the defense right now, they have no idea who's getting it next.
Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. Trying to get the corner. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
Turning to the running game here on 3rd and goal. He'll be stopped short. Could not drive his way into the end zone, and now they're faced with 4th and goal. The Hoosiers take their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And as they come to the line of scrimmage, they're passing on the field goal. But look, worst case scenario, you don't get it here, they're backed up in their own end. Touchdown, Virginia! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And they finished it off, needing just a few inches and going up top to get it. On the move from inside his 5. Brings it back out to his own 29-yard line before going out of bounds, and his offense will have the ball there. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Looking for room. It's Lacey. Breaks into the open. Pass to 50. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move. The Hoosiers want to pick up the tempo.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas, right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
Flying down the right side. 10. Touchdown, Indiana. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house. The extra point here would tie the game. And the extra point is no good. No good, and they're still down 1.
Number 0, set to kick this one away.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Sets his feet. It's Moon. Left side, it's Barney. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. Virginia will call its first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Just gets rid of it to avoid the sack.
And those are frustrating. Like, those drops really annoy you because those running backs are always asking to be more a part of the game plan. Get the ball more, touch it more. An awesome opportunity in the pass game to make a play, ball right in his hands, and that is a missed opportunity.
Escapes the pressure going right. Fires to the wideout. Out wide right, it's Singleton. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. That is just a gargantuan play as he has it all the way down to the 12. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left. Waning seconds of the first half, and they'll try to tack on a 3 before they head to the locker room. And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. They take a 4-point lead here in the second.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. Nice return there, and he'll be dragged down at the 34. They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. The Hoosiers offense all set and ready to crank things up. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Pushes ahead for 1. It's 2nd and 9.
And I go back to him again, too, man. I mean, just the big play, the play before, and they say, why not? Try it again, get it to their running back, try to create some space. Better job by the defense being gap sound, coming downhill, not letting him break tackles and make a big play.
Gets the ball up to the 50-yard line, and it'll be first down. And the Hoosiers racing to the line in the hurry-up. Sticks it in his belly. Tackled after a short gain, it'll be 2nd and 9. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. The give to the fullback. There he goes. He's at the 30. Running it inside the 30 and finally out of bounds at the 27. The Hoosiers back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game.
Fullbacks are very unselfish. One of the most
Touchdown, Indiana! With that, they grab the lead here in the second half. Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And he capped it off with a 27-yard touchdown run.
Number 0, set to kick this one away.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Back to pass, it's Moon. Caught. Excellent job rallying to the ball, and they knock him down.
That's a really nice job by the cornerback, playing with his eyes. He sees the running back release out of the backfield, sees him get the ball, and this guy's tough. You know, there are a lot of corners out there that would try to submarine these rig running backs, and then they get hurdled. Not this guy. Good job getting the tackle, getting him on the ground.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
He'll pull it down. He slides and gets the first down. What a weapon to have a guy who can move the chains for you by any means necessary. The Cavaliers will snap it on 1st and 10. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
That's such a great physical play by the defense, because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man in the middle. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. And the Cavaliers are moving quickly down the field. Straight ahead, it's George. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Back to throw, it's Moon. Out wide left, it's Wilson. He's not going to get there, and it's going to bring up a fourth down decision. Guys, look at this. I'm surprised. They're going to gamble and go for it here on fourth down. We reached the end of the period. It's Indiana on top. And now let's take a look at the stats in what has been a nip-and-tuck affair. One final period to play, and we'll see who can grab that W as we start the fourth. And here we go, down a score. They'll go for it on fourth down. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Rolls right. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. Makes a deep grab. And he's brought down, but they believe the offense could convert the fourth down, and it paid off. The Cavaliers go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Running inside, it's George. He'll be stopped after picking up 5, and boy, did he lower those pads and keep those feet moving. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll run it, it's George. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
From the gun on third down. Right side, it's Barney. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal.
Perfect timing to call that pass play. It's 3rd and short down here in the red zone. Everybody in the stadium expecting you to run the football, and if you don't get it, maybe you kick a field goal, maybe you go for it on 4th. You don't have to worry about that now. Because of the pass completion, it's 1st and goal.
Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebacker swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Under pressure. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. This is one of those momentum turning points. If this defense can force a field goal attempt, that is a victory for them. Touchdown, Cavaliers! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
Man, this is wild late in the game. We're seeing 2 heavyweight fighters trading blows. The offense scores their last time out. This offense now scores a touchdown here late to get the lead, but there's time left on the clock. Can the defense step up here and make a stop to preserve this win?
And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the 4th. He'll start the return inside his 5. Slips through the line. He's finally brought down after a big return that was almost a whole lot bigger.
Offense will take over 1st and 10.
Indiana sends the offense onto the field. So they just gave up the lead on that last touchdown drive. Now to put something together to go back on top late. He's past the marker. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. This defense is trying to protect the lead. You have to make the offense work for it, and a personal foul just gives them yards. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. The handoff. Gets it inside the 25, down to the 22-yard line with the pickup of 4. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Right back to the well. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating them up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
Well, they tried to go with the toss play there. He had no shot. Almost as soon as he got the ball, he got blasted, Reese.
Tackling in space was a major emphasis for this coaching staff. That was a tackle in space. Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. Got to make the play on 4th. Going for it all. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not.
Nice job by this defense in a clutch moment. You knew they were going to throw the football. 4th down, great coverage, break on the football, force the incompletion, and more importantly, you get the ball back to your offense with a chance to just run this clock and get out of here with a win.
The Hoosiers take their first timeout, and they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Looking for space. It's George. Oh, he's got some space. The 40. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Virginia. He got a step and just dusted the field.
That is exactly what you want your offense to do. You want it to eat clock, but if you score, go up by 2 possessions.
Just an outstanding return there and really sets up his offense nicely. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? He's changing the play. Moving the pocket, it's Moon. With the catch, it's Newsom. Crosses the 35, out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play, spotted at the 32. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Boy, was he well protected. Finally lets one go to the left. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming.
LSU 6.
The Mustangs will kick it away to start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23.
Will take over 1st and 10.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Moore from the gun on 3rd down. Left side, it's Moore. Still on his feet at the 45. They get him out of bounds. Couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. And the Tigers will snap it on 1st and 10. Throwing more. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him, but this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Gonna look downfield again. Looking for a big play. Got it in stride inside the 20. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. The Tigers, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. The give to the fullback. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. The defensive front had that one smelled out from the beginning, and the fullback went fully backward.
Nowhere to go. That's a quick-hitting play. Till you get the ball to the fullback, you're trying to get him downhill to hit somebody fast. Nowhere to go.
Here's Moore to throw. Fires into the end zone. Fires into the end zone, incomplete.
And you're not going to see many of those. That's a gift for this defense. You don't see this guy miss very often, especially to put 6 on the board. That was a big missed opportunity for this quarterback and this offense.
In the gun on third down, Moore. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
And I think that time he was trusting his pocket awareness and his arm a little.
Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. Moore to throw for it on fourth down. He'll get rid of it. Or did he find a hole in that secondary? And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, LSU!
Number 0 in the end zone.
They got the touchdown, but now they want the 2 to tie this baby up. Moore. Not quite going to get there, and he couldn't get this game tied up.
That keeps the score. SMU 14, LSU 12.
And it's caught from inside the 20, and here he comes. He's out of bounds at the 27-yard line. A dynamic, explosive play by the return team. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. So after watching their defense immediately give up a touchdown drive here in the third quarter, they'll try to answer here. Reels it in. Touchdown, SMU! And they take it in for 6 more points. They'll try to add another to their lead. And right down the middle. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. He's out of bounds at the 27-yard line, so a couple extra yards of field position for this offense to start. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Dante Moore. Out wide left, it's Johnson. Stopped at the 42, but he got 15 yards on the play. That's the type of explosive play you love to start a drive with. First down from the 42. Moore to the air. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
Yeah, and he looked like he had the opportunity to secure that, obviously open over the middle of the field. But you know how that works. Middle of the field, more defenders. Am I going to get whacked when I hit this thing? It makes those guys think a little bit. You see more drops over the middle of the field.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Again, it's Moore. Rushes on, and down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
That is a gut punch if you're the offense because they're in dime personnel.
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. Fourth down, more. Here comes the heat. Unleashes one. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. And they are stopped on fourth down. That decision will be questioned. Here's the give off the left side. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. And the Mustangs come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. They'll give it to him again. Knocked down in the backfield, 2 yards behind the line.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead, third quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
Fires to the wideout. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be third down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Look out! Unloads in the nick of time.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're at 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Absolutely perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Throwing more. Rush right in his face. On target over the middle. Oh, he's got some space. He was just a breath from taking that one all the way, and he'll run that momentum right into the fourth quarter. That's the end of the period, and SMU has the lead. We take a moment to look at the stats of what has been a tight ball game.
SMU 24, LSU 12.
They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Moore will throw. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Allen. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
You know, I think that's a play the quarterback would like to have back. I'm not sure that's exactly who the ball was intended for. He had another open target on the other side of the field that he just missed.
Here's Moore to throw. Under pressure. Just gets rid of that one.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
Right side, it's Johnson. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
Picks up 9. Brings up 4th down.
Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. More to the air again. Got him quickly.
And this offense is going to have to be aggressive, right? Down a couple possessions, got to continue to get these first downs, move quick, don't be in a hurry, but they've got to keep the accelerator down because they need some explosive plays.
LSU moving quickly, going to work again on first down. Moore. Oh, pressure's coming. And good hands there by the defense on that shot to the end zone.
And I love the IQ by the defense on that play. Like, understand situational football. They're down by a couple scores. The clock is ticking. They need to make big plays. Nice job playing the deep ball and not giving up anything big.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Offense about to reel off its 7th play of the drive. From the gun on third down, Dante Moore. And he is finding wide open defenders all over. The Mustangs ready to kick it away first. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Down after a pickup of 1 to the 18. Alabama quickly back to the line.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Stop right there.
And what a great job by the defense here. First down, second down, 2 straight runs. They stuffed both, and that was a big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up third and long situations, and now those edge rushers can pin their ears back to get after the quarterback. They can mix up and disguise their coverages on the back end, hoping to create negative plays and takeaways.
Mustangs call a timeout. It'll be their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. So already they've hit a speed bump on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 8. To throw, it's Moon. Spits it out to the back. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down.
Man, what a break on the football. He read that the whole way. He just couldn't finish it. You know he saw the end zone. He saw the grass in front of him to break on that and maybe take it to the house.
Guys, look at this. I'm surprised. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th down. SMU spends its 2nd timeout here. They burned a couple early, now down to just 1 timeout to work with. They are backing up their pregame words. Their first drive of the game, 4th down in their own end, and they're going for it. Snaps it, and he has to have it. And that one falls incomplete. A huge stand by the defense.
What a great job by this defense. You get third down stop, and you're like, yes, put my hand in the air, fourth down, force a punt. They go for it, and you get a stop and set your offense up in great field position already. Nice job by this defense.
Great place to start for this offense. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking for a gap. It's George. They make the stop after a pickup of 3. Ball's at the 18.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you could tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Out wide right, it's Singleton. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Moving out to the right. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
Man, I love the decision-making right there. Like, drop back to pass, look for your shots. You don't see it, tuck it, get positive yards, makes the next down even easier. That is a great heads-up early down play for this QB.
Drag down right at the line of scrimmage, and it'll be 4th down.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
Buys time to his left. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Mustangs! Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So they took over inside the red zone and go 19 yards. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. Here he comes from inside his own 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Sets his feet. It's Moon. They'll run the screen. 9-yard pickup on the play. It's now 2nd and 1. Alabama pushing the tempo.
Love the execution there in the screen. The running back shows pass protect, pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
They run it, they get the first down, and look at the offense. Right back on the football, ready to crank this tempo up.
They get him stopped at the 32. That's a gain of 4. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
Second down, gonna throw it. Throws to the wideout. They needed a big play, and they got it. And the foot down for the first down. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. Big-time playmakers on the outside. Now, look, Alabama's had great receivers. Ozzie Newsome, David Palmer way back in the day. But nowadays, it's sort of part of the DNA for the Crimson Tide.
Man, the run they had for several years was unbelievable with Judy and Ruggs and Cooper and Devontae Smith. Like, we can just keep going on guy after guy after guy that they had that wore that uniform that was a big-time
Both men going for the ball, and it's intercepted. The Mustangs offense is ready to go on the attack. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. From the gun, it's George. There he goes. He's past the marker. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Looking downfield, it's Moon. Fires to the right. Can hold on in the face of the contact.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. He'll pull it down. And he'll be out of bounds on what turns out to be the final play of the first quarter. They've swapped ends of the field, and we're ready to go in the second. First play of the period, first down here. Straight ahead, it's George. All over him immediately. And the Mustangs are in the hurry-up. Second down, gonna throw it. Moves to his right. Had to throw it before he wanted. He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to fight another play in the red zone. It'll be third down.
Man, really good job by the defense. They got to understand that boy can fly. So when he gets outside the pocket, I got to make sure I'm ready to go get him. You could tell he was still being a passer. He wanted to throw the football. Nice job closing under control, getting to hit him.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots. You read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They really need to find a way to generate some kind of offense down 10-0. They're all over him. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. In the second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. They've got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. They pull him down, but he's got enough, and it'll be a first down for this offense. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air, it's Moon.
And that's a good sign for this offense. A good third down conversion, running the football. Obviously, last possession was not what you want. Like the interception, the turnover, good to get back on the field, get that first down. Now see how much more they'll be aggressive and maybe want to throw the football and put that mistake behind them.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection. They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Running inside, it's Smith. Stopped immediately. Might have gotten a little cute with that run on third and long, and they got nothing to show for it. Now the Mustangs will use their third and final timeout. And now they'll have to go the rest of the half with no timeouts remaining. Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on fourth and long. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Throws for the tight end. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. They'll knock him down, but he moves the sticks, and the fourth down decision pays off big time. The definition of four-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us.
He smashes his way through again, ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. A cornerstone of the Alabama program really throughout history has been be physical, establish a running game.
Yeah, great running backs. I mean, not only are you recruiting great players in the offensive line and skill and all over the place, but so many great backs that you can name off the top of your head that played at Alabama, that ran it with an edge, that ran it physical, that always represented that style. And you can see Alabama, they're always going to do this. They're going to establish the run.
To the air, it's Moon. Rushes on. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. And so after that play got sideways, the intentional grounding brings up second and long. From the gun. Looking down the middle. He makes a catch. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. Face mask penalty cost the D 15 yards and a first down. So close to cashing it in for this offense. D showing blitz, they might be bluffing. Bingo, Ruben, bingo. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Smith. No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be second and goal. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Looking for the score. Touchdown tie. Quick strike through the air for the score.
What a fantastic route that time. If you're going to be able to throw the ball down in this area of the field where the windows close so quickly, you have got to be precise with the route running, and that's what happened right there. That's an easy connection between the QB and his target for the score.
10, Alabama, 7.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Looking for a man, it's Moon. Unloads to the wideout. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming. It would have been a high-level play, but it's a play this quarterback expects to be able to make when he has a guy open.
Man, these quarterbacks start practicing and doing 7-on-7 and having quarterback coaches when they're like 7 years old, 8, 9 years old now. So even when they don't have wide receivers, you still expect them to fit that ball in there and make it happen.
The Mustangs come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. The give to the running back from the shotgun.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Fires to the right. Got a man, it's Newsom. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5. He's looking to throw. Here comes the heat, and he avoids the sack.
Timing has got to be so critical when you're trying to throw the ball down close like that. They didn't have great timing on that one.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to find its way to the goal line. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown!
know, there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time, so get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Moves the pocket. It's Moon. With the catch, it's Moore.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Second down to the air. Throws to the tight end. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up third down.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Facing a third down and short from the 26. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And he gets it away. Deep offense staying on the field there and hurry up, looking as if they'll go on fourth. Needs it here on fourth down. Gonna take a shot. And the incomplete pass turns it over in their own end.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
Drops back on first down. Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, SMU! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone.
Man, what great offensive...
Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. He'll pull it down. And he'll be out of bounds on what turns out to be the final play of the first quarter. They've swapped ends of the field, and we're ready to go in the second. First play of the period, first down here. Straight ahead, it's George. All over him immediately. And the Mustangs are in the hurry-up. Second down, gonna throw it. Moves to his right. Had to throw it before he wanted. He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to fight another play in the red zone. It'll be third down.
Man, really good job by the defense. They got to understand that boy can fly. So when he gets outside the pocket, I got to make sure I'm ready to go get him. You could tell he was still being a passer. He wanted to throw the football. Nice job closing under control, getting a hit on him.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots. You read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They really need to find a way to generate some kind of offense down 10-0. They're all over him. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. In the second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. They've got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. They pull him down, but he's got enough, and it'll be a first down for this offense. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air, it's Moon.
And that's a good sign for this offense. A good third down conversion, running the football. Obviously, last possession was not what you want. Like the interception, the turnover, good to get back on the field, get that first down. Now see how much more they'll be aggressive and maybe want to throw the football and put that mistake behind them.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection. They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Running inside, it's Smith. Stopped immediately. Might have gotten a little cute with that run on third and long, and they got nothing to show for it. Now the Mustangs will use their third and final timeout. And now they'll have to go the rest of the half with no timeouts remaining. Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on fourth and long. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Throws for the tight end. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. They'll knock him down, but he moves the sticks, and the fourth down decision pays off big time. The definition of four-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us.
He smashes his way through again, ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. A cornerstone of the Alabama program really throughout history has been be physical, establish a running game.
Yeah, great running backs. I mean, not only are you recruiting great players in the offensive line and skill and all over the place, but so many great backs that you can name off the top of your head that played at Alabama, that ran it with an edge, that ran it physical, that always represented that style. And you can see Alabama, they're always going to do this. They're going to establish the run.
To the air, it's Moon. Rushes on. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. And so after that play got sideways, the intentional grounding brings up second and long. From the gun. Looking down the middle. He makes a catch. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. Face mask penalty cost the D 15 yards and a first down. So close to cashing it in for this offense. D showing blitz. They might be bluffing. Bingo, Ruben, bingo. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Smith. No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be second and goal. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Looking for the score. Touchdown tie. Quick strike through the air for the score.
What a fantastic route that time. If you're going to be able to throw the ball down in this area of the field where the windows close so quickly, you have got to be precise with the route running, and that's what happened right there. That's an easy connection between the QB and his target for the score.
10, Alabama, 7.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Looking for a man, it's Moon. Unloads to the wideout. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming. It would have been a high-level play, but it's a play this quarterback expects to be able to make when he has a guy open.
Man, these quarterbacks start practicing and doing 7-on-7 and having quarterback coaches when they're like 7 years old, 8, 9 years old now. So even when they don't have wide receivers, you still expect them to fit that ball in there and make it happen.
The Mustangs come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. The give to the running back from the shotgun.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Fires to the right. Got a man, it's Newsom. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5. He's looking to throw. Here comes the heat, and he avoids the sack.
Timing has got to be so critical when you're trying to throw the ball down close like that. They didn't have great timing on that one.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Mustangs!
You know, there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and let's finish this half now. And now we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time, so get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Moves the pocket, it's Moon. With the catch, it's Moore.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
2nd down to the air. Throws to the tight end. Can hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Facing a 3rd down and short from the 26. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And he gets it away. Deep offense staying on the field there and hurry up, looking as if they'll go on 4th. Needs it here on 4th down. Gonna take a shot. And the incomplete pass turns it over in their own end.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
Drops back on 1st down. Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, SMU! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone.
Man, what great offensive...
And the Bruins headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. And he's going to try to return this one. He stopped at the 23, a couple of yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. From the gun, running back on the move. He couldn't get it to the corner as this defense opening things up with a big play. And the Mustangs want to move quickly. The give to the back. He stopped in his tracks, and at least they didn't lose yardage on this one. It's amazing how a play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Man, you talk all week about setting the tone, quieting this crowd. Don't let him get involved. You know how you do that? Get a sack and force a punt on the first possession of the football game. That's a heck of a start for this defense.
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. Snapped on fourth down. He's going to run it. Moving past the 25. He will be stopped short of the line to gain, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Yeah, and I tell you what, that takes some onions to go for it in your own territory like that. I mean, they're treating this like it's a video game. They don't even care. They don't worry about the outcome. No big deal.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Keelan Russell. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
That's a throw the QB would like to have back. He just has to do a better job giving his receiver a chance to make the catch.
The Mustangs call a timeout. It'll be their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. They'll need a bunch on second down. To the air, it's Russell. Look out! Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
In most instances, I would say really, really nice decision by the quarterback. But when you've got speed like this guy has, I think you'd sometimes, instead of throwing it away, would like to see him take off and see if he can go make something with his feet.
Russell from the gun on third down. Throwing right. That one falls out of bounds, incomplete.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Three straight incompletions, and undaunted, they'll go for it on 4th and 10. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Fires to the wideout. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. They needed a bunch on 4th down, and boy, did they get it.
And I get aggressiveness. We get aggressiveness. We want to be aggressive, take shots down the field. First half, they felt like 4th and long. No big deal, and they get it. I imagine we'll get a few more of those.
The Bruins trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Quarterback on the keeper. Hit and dropped in his tracks. It'll be a loss of 6.
I'll tell you, you do not see a lot of big men with the ability to run like that defensive end did right there. The offense trying to trick him, trying to get the quarterback to the perimeter of the field, but just big man chasing down little man and getting to him quickly. That was impressive.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Throwing Russell. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
Quarterback now has to make sure his guys are dialed in. You can't make any more mistakes. Giving up a negative play on 2nd down by the goal line, you've got to be really smart with this football.
It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Russell. Going for it all. Oh, you want to take better care of the football there. Lucky to get that one back.
That's a big missed opportunity by the defense there, guys. If he's able to make that interception, all of a sudden, their offense is back on the field. But now, because he dropped it, it's still 4th down. And, of course, they're in field goal range.
Splits the uprights right down the middle. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
3, SMU, 0. Number 0, set to kick this one away.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The run inside. It's George. Gets it across the 30 to the 31. A pickup of 5. The Mustangs will hustle to the line.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again, back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Looking to the big tight end. Makes the catch. It's Davis. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. And the Mustangs, right after the huge play through the air, back to the line. Wilson open on the right side. Could not make his way to the corner.
I'll tell you, the offense might be setting up a shot down the field here. You might see them later fake the wide receiver screen and see if they can hit a tight end or another receiver running up the boundary. Keep your eye open for that.
Back to throw, it's Moon. Rush right in his face. And he gets rid of it.
Oh, and on defense, you just got to be able to finish that play. That defender had the football in his hands. He's just got to catch it. That should have been an interception.
Ton of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Left side, it's George. Stopped right at the 42-yard line as this defense forces a 4th down.
That's perfectly fine. If I'm a defense, I'm going to give up some yards right there. Play deep, react to shallow. The running back catches the football. I come up. He gets a positive gain, but it doesn't matter because now I won 3rd down and forced him on 4th down.
Got to make the play on 4th. Stepping to the right. Fires on the move. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. That's the end of the quarter, and UCLA has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the 2nd. So 1st down here as they go back to work. Quick give. It's Allen. Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Keeps it, looking for the edge. Knocked down immediately at the line of scrimmage.
Man, I love that play by this corner. You know why? When you run the option and that thing gets spread out, your DBs have to commit to tackling. And how about the cornerback coming up, sticking his face in the fan, and making a play? You love to see DBs tackle like that.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Russell. Under pressure. Just not enough on that one. 3rd and long coming up. Back to pass, it's Russell. Out wide left, it's Eakin. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. 4th down and 3, and they'll try to pick it up. Got some green grass. Knocked down, but he's got enough to move the chains and convert that 4th down.
And your decision to go for it on 4th down has a lot to do with your kicker. How strong is his leg? Some of these guys nowadays, they can boot the ball 50, 60 yards, no problem. Do I believe in him or do I go for it? And they believed in their offense, they went for it, and they got the 1st down.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Breaks into the open. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown Mustangs. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Sticks it in his belly. Few things on offense as reliable as a tough power back as he plows his way ahead to the 33. And the Bruins with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll go to the fullback. Can't get him to the ground. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. SMU spends his 2nd timeout here. They're down to 1 timeout left in the half. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Pulls and fired complete. He'll move the chains as he steps out of bounds to stop the clock, but we're also at the 2-minute timeout. The Bruins come to the line with a new set of downs. Keelan Russell. Oh, pressure's coming. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
He breaks a tackle. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. Hit and dropped in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
Let's be honest, Reese. Like, the only time the fullback gets the football is usually in short yardage situations, and the defense was locked in. You got to try to get penetration with that defensive line.
Guys, look at this. I'm surprised they're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th down. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Russell will throw for it on 4th. Throws to the wideout. He's got it, 1st down and more. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
Throwing Russell. Unloads to the right. Might have led him a little too far. He's able to make the catch, but can't get the feet down in bounds. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Looking to pass. It's Russell. Unloads it left. Got his man. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. This offense has been sluggish to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Again, it's Russell. Makes the grab. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcat.
This is a defense that comes to play every week with bad intentions, and they set the tone in games by making hits like that. They've got players on defense that play downhill, and they come flying in. If you're a ball carrier, you better get down. You keep trying to fight for extra yards, or you don't have your head on a swivel. Watch out, because these dudes lay the lump.
Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down.
Yeah, and I think 3rd and short is the perfect time to run RPOs because I can give the football or make the read, but I got to make sure in these situations I'm accurate with the football either way. Wasn't accurate with the football, now you got a 4th down situation.
They're all over it. Can't make the connection, and the defense gets a 4th down stop.
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down. They were ready for the pass, and you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play, and now their offense is coming on the field.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage, and we'll see if they're content to run out the clock here in the 1st half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before... Lets it fly! Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. Just keeps moving. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 8. Oh, you know he wanted that pick 6, but the offense is in business.
And what a change in momentum. It looked like the offense was going to score points. Not only does the defense pick it off, but a great individual effort on the return, now setting their team up in field goal range to try and steal 3 points before the end of the half.
1st and goal on what will be the last play of this quarter. Russell fires to the end zone. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. The Mustangs will boot it away to start the 2nd half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He's out of bounds at his own 16-yard line, and he just couldn't find the corner on that return. UCLA will go back to work on offense. After the lack of production in the first half, plenty to talk about. Let's see what they can dial up here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think you stay calm. I think you make adjustments, Jesse. I think you realize what they're doing to us and how can I attack that. But you also tell the guys, low-scoring game, still very much in this. We can still be who we are.
It's a good point. I think on offense, this is not the time to reinvent the wheel. I think you stay true to who you are and what your identity is. And you've got to show confidence in your guys to go out and just execute better here in the second half.
Keelan Russell. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. He's got it. A big play. Gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44. In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Russell. Right side, it's Marsh. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one.
And the defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get two bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
2nd and long here. Left side is Marsh. You want to talk about running behind your pads as he plows his way to the 35. He's just winning that matchup in the slot every time.
And when you put him in the slot, Reese, he's closer to the quarterback. It's an easier throw. We can run in, we can run out, and really take advantage of his versatility of the guy at that slot position.
Keeps it himself. Keeps it himself. Keeps it on the ground. Turning it on. No, he got loose. He's out of bounds after a really nice game, but there is a marker on the field. A costly penalty wipes out that 3rd down conversion, and now they'll back up and try it again. Still 3rd down, but a little less manageable after that penalty. They'll move the tight end. From the gun on 3rd down, Keelan Russell. Got his man. Gets away from one, finds some space. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the 1st down.
Well, it looks to me like the offense made some adjustments at halftime. Only 3 points in the first half. But here we go in the first drive of this 3rd quarter. And this quarterback looks locked in. Really nice throw there to pick up the 1st down.
And man, the tight end just hasn't been a factor all game. No catches. Finally find an opportunity to try to get him open, throw him the football, and the connection still doesn't work. Something about this quarterback-tight end connection today just hadn't been on the same page.
Again, it's Russell. Rushes on. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
And that's a nice job by this offense. They got to find a way to continue to string good plays together. They've had a few, but they haven't put 3, 4, 5, 6 together, putting a drive like this together. Now, let's go pay this thing off.
Makes the grab. Touchdown, Bruins. They take the lead here in the 2nd half. If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing, for this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
And that is not the optimal solution there. The kickoff out of bounds, and the offense will have a little bit easier time of things. Looking downfield, it's Moon. Fires to the middle. Wilson has it over the middle. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Hits inside. It's George. Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. And the Mustangs want to crank the tempo.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19. They're in the red zone. The Mustangs will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll throw it from the red zone. Looking to the big tight end. Makes a grab. Makes a catch with defenders everywhere. And now the defense backed up with a 1st and goal from the 5. They'll try to get it in with the run. All over him in the backfield. He'll lose 3 on the play. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
He'll be stopped short, could not drive his way into the end zone, and now they're faced with 4th and goal. That's the end of the period, and it's UCLA in the lead. They've built a cushion. They've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the 3rd quarter stats. One final period to play, and we'll see who can grab that W as we start the 4th. Trailing and getting deep in the game, they'll go for it here on 4th and goal. The give to the big fullback. And he's tackled at the line of scrimmage, and the defense holds.
How about that? 4th down, they turn around and hand it to the big fella fullback to see if he can punch forward and move the pile, but just nowhere to go. The D-line up front, give them helmet stickers for that play. That was outstanding, and as a result, their offense takes over.
The Bruins offense makes its way onto the field, hoping to get things going here. They take over, holding this slim lead, and a drive right here sure would be nice. Pulled and finds his man on the left. Using him out of the slot, he has just been unstoppable.
And I love putting dynamic athletes in the slot that I can move around, that I can put in motion, that I can make him go in or out. I can put him off the ball so you can't get hands on him, and they've really featured this guy today.
From the gun, it's Allen. He's got enough for the first down at the 14-yard line, and no matter what happens on this drive, just getting out of jail in your own end is a win. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They'll power it inside with the fullback. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
One thing you know with this guy at fullback, he's not going to fumble the football, and I think that's why they're handing it off to him in the 4th quarter with the lead.
Long way to go on 2nd down. The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. At this point, the defense has little choice but to sell out to stop the run on 2nd and 7. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. Touchdown, Mustangs! The defense takes matters into its own hands.
So much pressure on this defense just to get a stop on this drive. They were trailing, but after that turn of events and the interception, they've now got the lead. And remember, they're going to have to come right back on the field. They've got to be able to refocus themselves, but what a play.
He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the... And they'll take over at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Throwing Russell. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. And he will wisely scamper out of bounds. No need to take unnecessary hits.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down. Offense in a bunch formation. Dropping back, it's Russell. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he's chased out of bounds, but not before he gets the first down, stops the clock, and has them on the move trying to get the late score.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
They'll knock him down right at the 35-yard line. Still a lot of ground to cover to get to the first down marker.
And we haven't called his name a lot, and I think this offense, they need to find a way to continue to manufacture touches for the big tight end. And I don't care how you do it. I don't care where you line him up. He's that good, and if I'm this offense,
Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. Touchdown, Bruins! And inside a minute to go, and they've got the lead.
Well, and the offense shows you what they're made of. They're scoring the touchdown. They take the lead with only seconds to go, and now it's on the defense to ice this thing when they take the field.
And he knocks it through, and the lead is a field goal here in the fourth quarter. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And what a late touchdown in the final minute that is likely the game winner here. He'll return it. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down.
And your SMU Mustangs will take over first and 10.
First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Making the adjustment. Back to pass, it's Moon. Fires to the wideout. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up.
Well, this offense hasn't had a ton of success today, and it's because I think of some of the issues in the passing game. They've never had the rhythm. Protection has been a bit spotty and iffy. Quarterback's got to raise his level of play here late in this 2-minute situation if they're going to get the win.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Going the other way, and he's got room. Touchdown, UCLA.
a little bit and trust your defense.
They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Defense wants to bring the heat. Looking for room to the right, it's Hardy. Nowhere to go on that one. He's going to lose 5.
You know, you're in the red zone, you bring out a bunch of tight ends on the field. So the defense, they were expecting a run on that one. They were physical, and they were able to force the negative play.
Rides to the back. Drives into the defense, and they get him down after a pickup of 3 to the 16. And guys, they really need to make something happen on this 3rd and long. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. He was looking everywhere for more running room and couldn't find it. He'll be 4 yards short, and it's 4th down. LSU trying to convert a 4th down. 4th down, Reed. Can't make the catch, and the defense will force the turnover on downs.
Well, they're unable to come up with that one on 4th down, and I remember this as a player. You practice specific plays on 4th down for those types of situations, and you know all week against the scout team, they've gotten really clean looks, easy to execute against. They didn't get a clean look that time, so you chalk it up to the defense and take note of it next time. You might not run that play again if you're in a similar situation.
Looking down the middle. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Man, I love the catch radius on this guy. If you just put it somewhere near his body, he's going to be able to reel it in. That was a phenomenal job, showing you his athleticism and also his concentration, making that outstanding grab.
Left side, it's Davis. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything, get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
When you coming into this game, if they throw completions and get 1st downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go fast. You're seeing it here.
And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
The quarterback just needs to settle down. He looks like he's just too excited right now. He had his receiver wide open down the field and just put way too much mustard on that throw, overthrowing an open guy. That should have been 6.
Oh, pressure's coming. Quick catch. They'll wrestle him down just short of the 1st down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. The Mustangs headed quickly to the line. Trying to slip through and pick it up. Still on his feet at the 45. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
3rd down and inches, everyone in the stadium knows they're going to be physical and they're going to run the football, but they still executed a good level. Not only picking up the 1st down, chewing up more yardage to make this drive even easier.
Looking downfield, it's Moon. Caught on the left side by Wilson. All the way! Touchdown, SMU! I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with a touchdown.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23.
Will take over 1st and 10.
Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. A designed run for the quarterback. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27.
And it's not sexy, and it's not these long plays all the time. But this QB does such a good job of picking up 4 to 5 and making it where you're always ahead of the sticks and just letting you know, we'll run him. We'll take advantage of this guy's speed, and we're going to make you defend him throughout this football game.
Turning it on! Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
They'll try the right side with Hardy. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. That's the end of the period, and SMU has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. And the Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Defense looks like they're about to bring the house. Quarterback keeper. Across the 45. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening.
You just hold your breath every time this QB keeps the football in the running game, man. With his speed, he's a threat to hit the home run every time he totes the rock.
The Tigers have this offense rolling. The give to Hardy. Maybe some room here. He's at the 10. To the house. Touchdown, Tigers.
Well, on that run, he shows you why he's so dynamic. He's got all the tools in the toolbox to hit the home run, David, and they're going to stay patient with him. They know they're not going to score a touchdown every single time they give it to him, but he is that guy that can break the game wide open for this offense. Expect more from him.
Yeah, and then once you start giving it to him, you create that balance on offense. Then you can play action and suck those linebackers up. So it's only going to help this offense make it more two-dimensional as opposed to one. Get the running game going, and then it opens up the pass.
The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
And the Mustangs will hustle to the line. Out wide right, it's George. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Trying to squeak through the pile. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the first down. The Mustangs come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Yeah, and a nice job dialing up that short yardage situation play call there, David. They needed 1 yard, and they picked up 2.
Yeah, great job up front. Great job by the back knowing where they need to go. Nice having a hole you can get through and not have to just do it all on your own as a running back.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because
all kinds of room to the right. The 20. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Mustangs.
Such a nice job by the wide receiver there on the corner route. He did a nice job off of the stem, not telegraphing where he was going. The defender had no idea, and when he broke to the corner, he created a little bit of separation. There was an accurate throw. He made the catch and then took it into the end zone.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. On the move. Got 6 yards on the play, 2nd and 4 coming.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and, you know, it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's just, it's so hard to defend.
Line getting set on 2nd down. Everybody and their brother showing blitz. He'll take it himself. Finds his way up just short of the 40 to the 39-yard line before he goes out of bounds.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
Sees an alley. Fights off a defender. Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. He's brought down, stopped right at the 50-yard line.
Mark down at the 50. That's a 1st down for the offense.
They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Here's a give to Hardy. He's got enough. Oh, he's got some space. Almost made the house call, but not only is he going to have the big gain, I think they're going to take it half the distance for the face mask. The Tigers trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. Lowers those pads. And he finds his way out of bounds real close to the goal line there, knocking on the door.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
Calls his own number. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Tigers.
Well, they've been calling his number, running the ball a lot on this drive, Dave. That's an outstanding run right there. But whether it's designed or whether it's off script, scrambling around, this defense can't find a way to corral this guy. And if I was on offense, I'd keep letting him do this.
Yeah, and the annoying thing is, man, the quarterback gets the ball every single play. They snap it to him. He can throw it. He can scramble. He can run. So really just opens up the whole field is at his mercy. And this defense right now, not finding a lot of answers. They've got to do something to stop this quarterback.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. To the air, it's Moon. They're all over him. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
This pass rush is serious, man. When you watch them on film, they do a nice job in the back end, taking away all the throws downfield. He's trying to get to his check down, but that pressure, it gets to him, and the hit forced the incomplete.
Long way to go on 2nd down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. The sure hands, it's Newsome. He gets across the 25, steered out of bounds at the 26. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, you should.
Offense trying to catch them napping. Looks as if they'll go for it on fourth down. Has to have it on fourth down. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. That time they were in their own territory. That took some lower intestinal fortitude.
It definitely did. And listen, if that's what you're going to be, that's who you're going to be. You're going to be that kind of offense and be aggressive, then stick with who you are. And apparently, nowadays, going for it on your own end, it really ain't nothing anymore.
They'll need a bunch on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Throws to the wideout. Right through his hands and incomplete, and he'll want that one back. It'll be third down.
And that doesn't happen very often. That's their go-to guy. I love the way they move him around the field, and they try to attack the middle with him to get the ball in his hands and let him do some damage. And he shows you the drop. Okay, it's in there, but it doesn't happen very often.
It's complete to the left. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Mustangs call a timeout. It'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And the Mustangs have it with a 1st and 10. Making the adjustment. Back to throw. It's Moon. Buying time to his right. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Great, let's go. He'll put toe to leather and get this second half started. On the run from inside his own 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he's stopped. The Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
They'll give it to Hardy. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
He'll go out of bounds, but a solid pickup on the run.
Man, that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play and it's a design run like here, fine. But then it's scramble plays and then it's passing plays. He's always a runner, just exhausting.
The run inside. It's Hardy. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35.
Winning first down is such a big deal on defense. Like getting them in more predictable situations, more passing situations. Nice job not giving up a lot of run after contact on that first down.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. This is a designed run. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs, so it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the designed quarterback run game going, but moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
And the Tigers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Here's a give to Hardy. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
They'll try to pick up this 3rd down and keep the drive moving close to midfield. Here's Reed to throw. Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass.
And this defense doing a really good job understanding out route, seeing it, sitting on it, waiting, breaking on the football, not giving up the 3rd down conversion.
Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. 4th down, Sellers. And he will go down. Couldn't get rid of it in time, and the defense gets a sack on 4th down.
He had nowhere to go with the football. 4th down, you know he wants to make a play. I'd like for him to throw it up, to be honest. Try to give somebody an opportunity to make a play. Who cares if I throw a pick? It's 4th down anyways, but couldn't find anybody to get the ball off. Defense surrounds him, gets him to the ground with the sack.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
We've reached the end of the 3rd quarter, and we have a potential classic on our hands, all tied up as we take a peek at the stats. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the 4th. They go back to work in the final period of this one. From the gun, it's George. Finds just enough room to pick up a couple down to the 26.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
To the air, it's Moon. Out wide left, it's Newsome. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
I know he's got the height and the weight of a tight end, but man, the way he runs routes and how good he is with the ball in his hands, it just reminds you of a wide receiver. He's so athletic. This is a guy that has a basketball background in high school, and you see it pan out. Every time he has the football, he just looks like the best athlete on the field for a big guy. Very, very unique.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
The Mustangs have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Give to the big fullback. Touchdown, Mustangs! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
What a great game, tied late in the ballgame. Who's going to make the big play? They come up with it late, take the lead. Nice execution. It's hard to execute in these moments. People get tight. The score's tied late in the game. I don't want to mess up, but this offense doesn't worry about messing up. They put the ball in the end zone and take the lead.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. This quarterback part of their running game. Knocked down in the backfield 2 yards behind the line.
You wonder about the mindset right now of the offensive coordinator, too, because they need points, and running the football just is not going to get it done. Early in the drive, late in the drive, I think you've got to be in attack mode right now throwing it.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Motion from the wideout. Throwing Reed. They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
Man, what a really nice job by being disciplined by this defense. Like, understanding I'm trying to rush the passer, probably a passing situation type of a deal, but doing...
And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th.
I love players that step up in big situations, in big moments of big games like that, late in this game on 3rd down, and just get the job done. That defender, an outstanding job. Outstanding work right there on that pass rush.
Reed to throw for it on 4th. He's taking the deep shot. Dragged to the ground, but not before. He's converted the 4th down to keep the drive going. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. LSU with the 1st and 10 here. DB's right up on the receivers. Just going to keep it after the snap.
And you got to bang a timeout right here. You've got 2 left. After running the football, save as many seconds as you can to give yourself an opportunity to come back and win this game.
Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Reed, look out. And they got it.
And, man, it can be dangerous when quarterbacks get outside the pocket. They can stress your defense so bad. You better chase them. You got to keep running as hard as you can and try to get to him before he can throw that football, and especially square those shoulders up. Nice job by the defense continuing to pursue, even though he got outside the pocket.
They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. On third down, they're in the gun. It's Reed. He wants a big play here late. And they wanted it all on And the Mustangs will kick off first, and here we go. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there.
Will take over. First and 10.
Trying to establish the run. There he goes. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. Gives it. And he had no option on that one. Defense ready for anything, and they stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Tulane right back to the line. Looking for a man. It's Moon. Moving out to the right. Throwing on the run. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. Here comes Tulane after picking up the first down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's George. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that rate and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Well, give the defense credit because they're forcing this quarterback to throw into very small windows under duress.
The Green Wave lining up, facing third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got out of trouble and throws. Right side, it's Newsom. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. Sells the run, wants to pass. Going for 6. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's second down.
Wow, you usually don't get that wide open in the end zone. If that ball comes in like that, that's a play the receiver has just got to be able to make for his team.
That's a fumble on the play. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And that's a frustrating end to a promising drive. I mean, you get the first drive, you start to go down the field, get in the enemy territory, thinking you might get points, and you do what you can't do. You make that mistake, put the ball on the deck, defense recovers, and gets the momentum in this football game.
Here's Hardy to begin the drive. Hits that hole for 4 and gets it out to the 16.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push and just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
Keep it on the ground. Bulldozes his way through. Gets him on the ground at the 31, but a nice pickup of 15 yards there. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Sells the run, looking to pass. Rolls right. Had to throw it before he wanted.
I'm impressed with this defense, man, because that QB is lightning fast. You see how fast that defender was able to get to him and force the incompletion? Wow.
Second and long here. Looking to throw, it's Levitt. Fires to the wideout. And that one's incomplete.
The receiver is incomplete. Brings up third down.
They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And that is how you silence this raucous crowd. Defensively on the road.
Guys, look at this. I'm surprised they're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th down. Got to make the play on 4th. And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes.
What a great job by this defense. You get 3rd down stop, and you're like, yes, put my hand in the air, 4th down, force a punt. They go for it, and you get a stop and set your offense up in great field position already. Nice job by this defense.
Drives into the defense, and they get him down after a pickup of 3 to the 16. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Out wide right, it's Wilson. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
Under pressure. He slides and gets the 1st down. What a weapon to have a guy who can move the chains for you by any means necessary.
And on the 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, it's the scrambling ability of this quarterback that goes and picks up the 1st down. He was so calm back there. He never got flustered. Nobody open, no problem. If you give this guy 1 yard to run, he's going to tuck it and take off, and that's exactly what happened there.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
Selling the fake. Still looking to his right. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Tulane.
Touchdown, Tulane. Number 0 in the end zone.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it off with the score from the 4.
7, SMU 0.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. They'll give it to Hardy. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
2nd down coming up.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. Sells to fake. Unloads to the wideout. It falls incomplete, and that'll be the final play of the period. We've reached a break, and it's Tulane on top. Let's take a peek at the numbers so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the 2nd quarter. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. Moving the pocket, it's Levitt. Here comes the heat. Left side, it's Moore. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the 1st down. Offense staying on the field there in hurry up, looking as if they'll go on 4th. Snaps on 4th down. Throws for the tight end. Oh, what a spectacular spectacular layout and catch.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Go. Wants to throw one first. Release to the back. Got it in the middle, it's Hardy. The Mustangs come to the line in the hurry-up.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Drops back on first down. He wants to go deep. Snags it inside the 20. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. Running the red zone, it's Hardy. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Defense might bring the house here. They're looking to throw on second and short. He makes a grab. Down he goes.
And you really want to pay this drive off. This is a nice drive by this offense. Got to keep it going. Got to keep the foot on the gas. Obviously, trailing with a chance to tie this football game going into the half.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break.
And I'm not surprised with the run, and I'm not going to be surprised if they run it again, right? This offense now set up. They've put a drive together, first and goal. Who can be more physical? The line of scrimmage is critically important when the field starts to shrink. Let's see who can bow up and make a play here.
They want to run this quarterback. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, SMU!
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball, but man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
On the move from inside his 5. Rams him with the stiff arm. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. First play of the drive comes from the 22. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming. Dropping back, it's Moon. Rush right in his face. Gets rid of it.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
He's going to run it. Can't get him to the ground. He powered through a few guys, but still stopped well short of the line to gain. It's 4th and 3.
Really nice job by the defense that time. Third down there.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Needs it here on 4th down. They get to him as he throws. He's got an open man. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Fresh set of downs going to the air. Holds on, it's Davis. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
He rifles one deep down the middle. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Snags it. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. Plows his way ahead. Finds a crease at the 20. Touchdown, Green Wave. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
These close games a lot of times come down to who executes late in the ball game. That was a late game situation, nice execution, and now they got the lead going into the half, and they have all the momentum.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line.
Red 54! Red 54! Escape! Rush! Enter! Hey! Slog!
Back to pass, it's Levitt. Throws to the tight end. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
Well, I don't know if the big fella got freaked out because he was so wide open on that play, but that is a catch he has got to make for his quarterback.
Long way to go on 2nd down.
Escape! Wilson! Venom! Hey! Rush! Soak it! Check! Let's go!
They'll throw again after the incompletion. Makes the grab deep. Gets the ball up to the 50-yard line, and it'll be 1st down. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Right side, it's Burnett. Touchdown, Mustangs! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Looking for the tie with the extra point. And they tacked on the extra point. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they capped off the drive with a big play through the air, scoring from 50 yards out. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. He's tackled, brought down right at the 25-yard line on the return. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. The snap wants to start the drive with a pass. Hauls it in. Really short gain on that one. Defense all over it. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Running out of time here in the 1st half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He unleashes a long one. The pass is incomplete, and 1 second is left.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the 1st half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
He was looking everywhere for more running room and couldn't find it. He'll be 4 yards short, and it's 4th down. About to start here in the 2nd half. Tulane will kick it away. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Smacks it with the stiff arm. He is electric in the return game, and that one has the offense set up nicely. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking for a man. It's Levitt. Out wide left, it's Moore. They stop him just a link or 2 short of the 1st, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or 2. Nice job, nice success.
Wants to go up top on 2nd down. Throws for the tight end. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces the 3rd down.
And both of these defenses, man, they've been so good. They've been physical. They've been great tackling, limiting explosive plays. But it's these type of plays right here, when it's kind of a 50-50, 60-40, where the offense has to make the play, the defense has been consistently winning in this football game.
And the Mustangs in the hurry-up.
Well, you got to be able to turn the page quickly on defense. Just gave up a first down on the ground, but here comes tempo. You've got to get lined up.
Motion. Blue idiot.
Fresh set of downs going up top. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
Back to pass on second down. Quickly out to the tight end. Runs through the tackle.
The pass on second down. Caught by the tight end. No gain on the play. Third down coming up.
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41.
Punch, punch, punch. Illegal. Sod. Escape, escape, escape.
Wants to throw. It's Levin. Moves to his right. Hit as he throws. Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. On the move at the 30. Got some room to run. Touchdown, Green Wave. What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that.
And that is a critical error by the quarterback at a critical juncture of the game, right, David? This thing's already close, and it's the smallest mistake that could make the difference. That pick six certainly hurts his team, but there's a lot of football left, a lot of time left. You got to be resilient as a quarterback. You have to be able to turn the page and get back out and attack with confidence.
You made a mistake. You're exactly right. We got to flush this. We got to move on. Obviously, the crowd goes nuts. The fans are all into it. The other side's energized. Now you got to go get your head together. Go watch the clip, see what happened. What did I do wrong? You got to get out there and go fix it, because you still got a chance to win this ball game.
They'll start this drive on the ground with Hardy. Pass to 6. At the 45 on its way. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin.
A long game and a first down.
That's the way to start a drive. Now they'll snap it just shy of midfield.
Wide. Got him. Hey, brush.
Wants to throw one first. Right down the middle. Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
Well, coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking downfield, it's Moon. Left side, it's Davis. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. The Green Wave, after doing work through the air, might just go back at it. Looking for a crease, it's George. All over him immediately.
That's such a great physical play by the defense, because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big...
Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Tulane! He got it, beat down in bounds.
Man, that's a play this kid has been running ever since he was 7 years old at the park with his best friend, throwing him go routes right down the field. I'm running by a guy, I'm looking back, locating the football, making the catch, and he does it in a big moment here in this game.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they cap things off with a scoring toss from 27 yards out.
14.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man.
SMU Mustangs will take over 1st and 10.
First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line.
Circuit. Let's go. Higher. Circuit. Spears. Venom. Move. Go. Move. Why did he hit?
First play of the drive, he'll look to throw. Rush is on. Thought he saw some daylight, but this defense closed quickly. Maybe picked up one on the play.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Wilson. Hey. Wilson. Ready. Set. Replace. Hammer. Go.
Motion from the back.
Motion.
To throw, it's Levitt. Oh, pressure's coming. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any offensive lineman to block. He's got athleticism, he's got length, he's got flexibility. He put it all on display on that sack.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Touchdown, Green Wave. What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score.
Number 0 with
The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense too now. Look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
SMU 14. Number 0 set to kick off.
On the run from inside his own 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard. Game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that.
Number 0 set to kick it away.
Out of the end zone. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone.
Will take over 1st and 10.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. At the 35, he's loose. Wide open spaces. The 20. He's at the touchdown, SMU. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy. He makes a big play. Yes, please.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, and knocked it right down the middle.
Number 0 set to kick this one away.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He'll step out of bounds at his own 13-yard line, and that will not go down on the teach tape for kick returns. West Virginia has it, and the offense ready to go to work. After that last explosive running play, David, why not just try it again, right?
I mean, why not? Such a big, long, explosive run. You think, Jesse, maybe give it to him again? Or do you say, hey, QB, throw that thing out there?
I think you keep it on the ground, David. Honestly, I was watching the offensive line. They were fired up after that long touchdown run. You know they just want to go back out there again and get some push.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Might as well run him again. Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Hits inside, it's ball. Shakes off the defender. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
And that's the second time today, man. Like, you see, it looks like he's going in fast forward. He's got some jets, man. This guy can really, really move. This offense does such a nice job of finding creative ways to get him the football. And we've already seen it today. A couple of explosive plays, and they're going to continue to feature this young man.
Got the first down. And the Mountaineers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Now they're going to throw it. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Incomplete. Big fight for the ball, but it falls to the ground.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
It's a makeable field goal from the 29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on 3rd and long. They'll run out of the gun with Jaden Ball. Got the first down. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Mountaineers!
And that's a big problem for this defense. When you get that guy in space, it's hard to catch him. You got to bottle him up near the line of scrimmage. Palmer, too much daylight too early in that run.
Yeah, you're right, David. And I think that's what makes this guy unique. With his skill sets, you just know it's a matter of time. You just keep giving him the football. Good things are going to happen. Long touchdowns are going to happen, and you saw it right there.
He gets a block. Got a little room. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returner, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
And he makes the extra point. Those opportunities, those returns like that can be such game changers, and everyone was right on point, and he took it to the house. On the run from inside his own 5. And he won't quite make it back to the 20-yard line as he goes out of bounds at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Handoff from the gun. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They'll ride him again. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Man, oh man, and it's a play like that, a tackle by the linebacker that just galvanizes and energizes your entire team. I mean, the sideline even, David, they were going crazy after that hit.
Everybody goes nuts. And listen, when you have a linebacker that plays physical and downhill like that with bad intentions, that's usually a good starting point for a great defense.
Finds a man in the middle. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win. And he gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
In most offenses, man, it's about controlling the line of scrimmage, getting the run game going. And when you got a back that's averaging over 5 yards a touch, like, I'm not great at math, guys, but every 2 touches, I'm getting a first down. I'd say the offense will be in a really good position all game long.
To the ground, he's got it again. Breaks into the open. He's headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Mountaineers! And they take it in for 6 more points.
I'll tell you what, Palmer, offensive coordinators, they script these things, right? And they get with you, and what do you like? What do you want to run? So far, the script is perfect. Like, everything going off as they wanted to. This is about as good a start for an offense as you can draw up.
And it's crazy, David, because when you have skill players like they have on offense and guys that are so dangerous with the football in their hands, you almost feel as a play caller like anything I dial up is going to work. And you're seeing that early in this game. Balance, throwing, a beautiful run right there, everything working right now and going according to plan.
And he tacks on the extra point.
West Virginia, 21. SMU, 14. Number 0, set to kick this one away.
The returner will field it and try to get some field position. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. From the gun, it's George. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the first down. We've reached the end of the period. It's West Virginia on top. Let's take a look at the stats and what has been a high-scoring early part of this game. If you like offense, this second quarter is probably going to be a game for you. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Moves the pocket. It's Moon. They're all over him. Still on his feet at the 45. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the first down, keep this drive rolling.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down at them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
And after a successful run like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on second, you only have a short amount of yards to go.
Makes the grab and room to run. Runs it all the way down, almost to the 10. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 12.
Well, you're trailing into games. Someone's got to make a play. There's an accurate throw by the quarterback, and when you throw it accurately like that, you give your receiver an opportunity to advance the ball. Good, strong running. He's able to break a tackle, and that's an explosive play they need now as they're trying to tie this game up.
The Mustangs come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Operating in the red zone here on second down. From the gun, looking for a man. He caught it, and he wanted the score badly, but the defense wrestles him down at the 2.
And here comes money down for this offense. Third down execution is a premium. You work on it all week ad nauseum for these moments when you can execute when the field starts to shrink.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Touchdown, Mustangs! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. All tied up after that one. Possible shootout coming.
And the offense does its job, and now the pressure switches back to the other offense. Points at a premium.
And he made the extra point without problem. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Running inside, it's Smith. He's got the 1st down. Ran through the tackle and he's got room to run. He's loose down the left side. The 10, and he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, West Virginia.
And this dude has been a problem today. Almost 200 yards rushing, rips off another long run. He has been impossible to stop. They've featured him, and Palmer, I would continue to feature him.
Yeah, I would too, David. I think he's the definition of a running back that gets better as the game goes on. The more and more you give him the football, he just seems to get stronger. He seems to get faster. People do not want to tackle this guy for 60 minutes. He is putting on a show.
Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Scanning the field, it's Moon. And his throw is incomplete. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. From the gun. Rushes on. Trying to get away. There he goes. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going to take off, and he is very difficult to tackle in the open field. He's got running back-like ability out in space.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. From the gun, the ground game. Finding some room. Stop is made at the 44, but it's a 15-yard gain and a 1st down.
1st down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
Wants to throw one first. Fires to the right. Makes the catch. It's Newsome. Corralled and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business.
And man, you love to see that from this offense. Coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
And the defense makes a play, finally. This is a lot of offense early in this football game, a lot of scoring. Need more of this from the defense. Getting to the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, and then when you get him down, you get him behind the sticks. Good things happen for your defense.
Throws for the tight end.
This guy missed very often, especially to put 6 on the board. That was a big missed opportunity for this quarterback and this offense.
They've got a ways to go on third down from the 24 as this defense tries to force them into a field goal try. Here comes the heat. And he is not going to get there as the defense gets him on the ground.
And we've already seen it a couple times now. Like, he is more than willing and actually quick. He's quick to get those puppies moving and get out the pocket and go scramble and make a play. If this
Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. Got to make the play on fourth. Oh, pressure's coming. And it's knocked away. They'll give up the ball, failing to convert on fourth.
Man, that is just a great job on defense there on fourth down, making a play on the ball in the air. Everybody had their eyes on the quarterback, but having great timing, swatting the ball away and doing it cleanly. No PI. And as a result, that defense has earned a rest. They're coming off the field.
They make the stop, but he's got enough for the first down, and now this offense might have a chance to do something. Looking downfield, it's Levitt. Look out! Out wide right, it's Smith. Turns it on in midfield. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. The run inside, it's Smith. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. West Virginia uses a timeout. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Gets rid of it. Right side, it's Ball. Down he goes. The Mountaineers call a timeout. That's their second. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half.
Plays are going to break down, but that never seems to affect this quarterback. He's so athletic and so fast. He's able to avoid the pass rush, get himself on the perimeter, and now he's just using his God-given ability and his arm talent to make big-time throws.
Looking to throw on third. Soft spot in the middle. Inside the 25, stopped at the 24. Clock will stop to move the chains. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. The kicker will try to punch one through from 41 yards away. So it's first down, but with just a few seconds, they'll try to put up a 3 before halftime. The kicker will try to punch one through from 41 yards away. Between the uprights, it's good. And that will extend their lead even further.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Coverage team there to make the stop. They avoid disaster, and that's the end of the first half. The Mountaineers will kick it away to crank up the second half. And he's coming out of the end zone. Makes a move. Oh, what vision. He's going to get loose. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, SMU.
You know, we just went into half and we drew up all these adjustments and things we got to do differently to take advantage. How about the special teams coming out to start the second half and setting the tone, taking the kick all the way back for 6. You don't draw it up any better than that.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they draw closer. It's 31-28. You get a return like that, and it can't just be the guy with the ball who's right. Everybody has to do a job, and they did that in brilliant fashion on that one. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25.
First and 10.
Here comes the Mountaineers offense to take the field and open this possession. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the 3rd. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Moving the pocket, it's Levin. Left side, it's Johnson. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you could tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Smith. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35.
And it's not a surprise so far in how this game is unfolding. Like, they're going to continue to feature this dude. Like, 3rd downs, get him the football. Shoot, 1st downs, you're going to get him the football. Had a good start to this football game, and I expect we're going to continue to hear his name over and over in this one.
And the Mountaineers with the 1st and 10. Here's a give the ball. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
8-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. Here's Jaden one more time. Turning it on! Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Still on his feet. Brought down at the 28. A chunk play, 15 yards on that one, and a 1st down.
And, man, this is more of the same for this dude toting the pill. Like, they keep giving it to him, and he keeps producing. Another chunk play. Like, I don't expect that they'll change much to do with this offense, because every time they give it to him, he's chewing up some yards, and good things are happening.
The Mountaineers kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. And he got enough for the 1st down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head.
And this is exactly how you want to draw it up if you're an offensive coach. Later in the game, you start to get in the 2nd half, and you got the lead, and you can be the more physical team. It's really hard for somebody to come back. This defense has got to come up with a stop. They got to get more physical right now in this football game, or it's going to get out of hand.
This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
And this team needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
Quick give. It's ball. There's some room. Got enough space.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the 2nd half. You want to run the football, and you got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the 3rd downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
And the Mountaineers trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he breaks the plane. Touchdown, Mountaineers! The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the second half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead, now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10.
West Virginia, 38. SMU, 28. Number 0, set to kick it away.
Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Looking to pass. It's Moon. He'll pull it down. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there.
And, man, I love his courage to run the football. And I think it's necessary for the team. Sometimes you got to do that. But, man, see the surroundings, right? Like, know when guys are around you. He gets hit late at the end of that play, and he got decked. You do not want to take those shots throughout a game. They will add up, and sometimes it will affect your throwing. That's too big of a hit to be taken for this quarterback.
They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Firing to the right, complete. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his...
Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. Takes it the other way. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Mountaineers. Took it all the way back to the house.
Awesome job by the linebacker there in coverage, reading the quarterback's eyes, spying the QB, knowing where that ball was going to get thrown, and then the ball skills just to pluck it out of the air and take it back for a touchdown. Awesome work.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they did tack on the extra point. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and West Virginia has the lead. A quick pause here to look at the numbers as they are threatening to pull away in this game. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered.
Number 0, set to kick this one away.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of... The Ducks will kick off first, and here we go. And he's coming out of the end zone. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. Hand off from the shotgun. Swarmed under, 5-yard loss on the play.
And that seemed a little off from the start, didn't it?
That was a big-time play, and it was off from the start because of the play he made.
And I don't think it would have mattered who was playing running back. There was absolutely nowhere to go.
Just a short pass to the tight end. Makes the grab, and down immediately. He picks up a few.
I know everyone's yelling, like, you didn't get the first down, we need more yards. But if you think about it, nice short completion, sets up a third down. And guess what? Nowadays, fourth down, green light. We're going to go for it anyways.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Out wide left, it's Wilson. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
And, man, that's not a surprise that they come to their go-to guy early. This is an offense that's so much fun to watch, and it's because they know who they are. They know how to get the ball to their playmakers. And on the first drive, Palmer, get your guy a touch, get him involved. You know receivers got some feelings, Jesse. I love that they're getting him lathered up and a touch early in this football game.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys who feels like he's open every single play, so it is a good idea to get him going early. For the defense,
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting in those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable and run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Unloads to the wideout. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Going the other way, and he's got room. So now the offense is going to have to regroup. A turnover on the first drive of the game can bruise that confidence a little bit.
no doubt about it. It's so hard as an offense to create any momentum and get any confidence early when you turn it over at this juncture in the game. You're just trying to kind of feel out this defense, and you're formatting them, and you're trying different play calls to set things up for later. But when you turn it over on the first drive, it's hard to get that momentum established.
Brings up second and 8.
22-90 Mountain. 22-90 Mountain. Liz.
Motion from the wide receiver. Dante Moore. He's got it and still on his feet. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You got to be aggressive, and you got to make tackles.
This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces 3rd and goal. Left side is Hardy. Touchdown, Ducks! A great catch and run for 6. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18.
Will take over 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Back to throw, it's Moon. Out wide left, it's Newsome. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
Tulane right back to the line. Plows his way ahead. He's stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain.
And that's a good sign for this offense. A good 3rd down conversion, running the football. Obviously, last possession was not what you want. Like the interception, the turnover, good to get back on the field, get that first down. Now see how much more they'll be aggressive and maybe want to throw the football and put that mistake behind them.
Here comes Tulane after picking up the 1st down. Fresh set of downs going up top. Over the middle, complete to Wilson. Running wide open down the gut of the field. All the way. Touchdown, Green Wave.
Yeah, and really nice job seeing the middle of the field, seeing I can go deep and attack the middle of the field. And you can tell he runs a post, ball's right on him, catches the football, and then gets to gallop right into the end zone for a touchdown.
And he added the extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they find pay dirt from way out, covering 69 yards on the touchdown pass. He'll start the return inside his 5. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. In the backfield, it's Harbor. And that's where they'll mark him, but a very productive play, and they'll move the chains.
Great job by the defense here rallying to this wide receiver and making the tackle. He is dangerous. They don't want to let this receiver get behind them, but they know that when he makes catches, they better rally quickly and get this guy on the ground. He is fast.
Return. Sweep. Square, blaster. Go.
Moore. Looking down the middle. Picked off. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49.
As a quarterback, you've got to give your receiver an opportunity to make the play. You've got to put the ball on his body. And that throw gets away a little bit from the QB, and that leads to the tip and the interception.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. All over him immediately. We've played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. That first quarter set the standard, and we hope we get a lot more of that here in the second. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Drops back. It's Smooth. Looking to the big tight end. Incomplete. They fought for it, but it just squirted harmlessly to the ground.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Rifles it down the middle. Makes a deep grab. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
And that has got to be a coverage bust on defense. There is no way the receiver should have been allowed to be that open deep down the field. Somebody on defense blew their assignment.
Keeps it moving. It's George. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's in. Pounded his way in for the score. Touchdown, Tulane.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finished it with a beautiful 15-yard run for the score.
Number 0, set to kick off.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return.
Will take over. 1st and 10.
The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Here's Moore to throw. Hauls it in. Breaks the tackle. Makes the stop at the 33, but it's a 15-yard gain.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Moore will throw. Caught over the middle. It's Moore. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
They'll move the tight end. Throwing Moore. Fires to the wideout. That one falls out of bounds, incomplete.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
Long way to go on 2nd down.
Here we go. Shift. Spider under. Level up. Run. Q.
Again, it's Moore. Looking left. Complete downfield. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. And the Ducks have it with a 1st and 10.
Hydro. Return. Down, ready. Hey, move.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Down, ready. Jet. Sweep. Ready, go.
Dante Moore. He wants to go deep. Upstairs he's got it. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
This offense can get a lot of yards, and it doesn't take a lot of plays. You've seen that here. They have speed, and speed. It kills you. And if guys get a little bit of space, they just gobble up yards. They've had the defense completely on their heels, and now they're all the way backed up against their own goal line.
And backed up, 1st and goal. This defense fighting to hold the lead and carry it to the locker room.
22.
Going to the run, it's Hardy. No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal. Moore with the play fake. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And that is the play this defense had to have. Did you look in the secondary right there? I mean, he was open, guys. Like, that would have been a touchdown, and this defense got to the quarterback, hit him as he's throwing the football, forced the errant pass, and dodged a bullet.
The 8th play of the drive coming. You'd hate to settle for a field goal. It's 3rd and goal. Out wide right, it's Hubbard. Touchdown, Ducks! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
And he's going to try to return this one. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. They'll try the left side. Oh, he's got some space. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing. Lining up from the 34 on first down. Wide receiver comes in motion. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running, second down coming. Right down the middle. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum.
I'll tell you something, in college football, you're lucky if you get 2 interceptions in a season. This guy now has 2 interceptions. In the first half of this game, he's been reading the quarterback's eyes, and he has been everywhere, an absolute ball hawk.
We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half.
Hey, check it. Check. 14-24 plus. 14-24 plus. Level. Rock. Ready, go.
Moore. Right side, it's Hardy. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. The Ducks signal for their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The Ducks with a second and short to keep this drive moving.
Ready, go.
Moore to the air. Under pressure. He sacked. This defense all over it.
This is a good sign for this defense. The rate they were going, not touching the quarterback, him already having 2 touchdown passes in the first half, this was not going to be a fun football game to watch. Now they're turning the tide a little bit, getting a little bit of pressure, getting a sack.
Third and long coming up.
Freeze. Booster. Explode. Bubble. Sweep. Jet. Go.
Moore from the gun on third down. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40.
And how about the awareness by this guy on third down, a scramble play. Everything's breaking down, but he never panics and also knows exactly where he needs to get to pick up that first down. It's third. I can't slide early. I can't run out of bounds. I'm probably going to have to put my body on the line here and take a big hit and risk that to get this first. That's a big-time leadership play by the quarterback.
It leads to second down.
Second and long here.
Check. We got three. Myself. Western. Crush.
Motion from the wideout.
Where did he go?
Here's Moore to throw. Unloads to the right. Lucky to get it off.
That is not good news for this offense, guys. I mean, the defense only brought 3 on that play, and they were still able to get after the quarterback. This O-line has got to play better.
Third and long right here.
Ready. Jet. Where did he go?
From the gun on third down, Dante Moore. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Got some room to run.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Looking for a man. It's Moon. Hit as he throws. Hauls it in. They bring him down, but not before he gets a first down at the 35. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Drops back on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Looking downfield, and time is running short. A shot toward the end zone. He can haul it in. Incomplete. They took a shot, but that's how we'll wrap up the half. About to start here in the second half. Tulane will kick it away. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Throwing more. Out wide right, it's Johnson. He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Moore will throw. Lofts one high and deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
And both of these defenses, man, they've been so good. They've been physical. They've been great tackling, limiting explosive plays. But it's these type of plays right here, when it's kind of a 50-50, 60-40, where the offense has to make the play, the defense has been consistently winning in this football game.
More to the air again. That's caught. It's Green. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive.
And you've really seen the evolutions of tight ends, man. These guys are no longer just big bodies that block like the extension of the offensive line. They're more like receivers, and I love when the quarterback gets it out of his hands, and then you just watch. Like, they can make plays, they can run people over, they can now run around people. Like, so nice to have these tight ends.
The Ducks have this offense rolling.
Ready, go!
They'll give it to Hardy. Hard running there. Ball down at the 38-yard line and a big pickup of 15 yards there.
And that's a welcome sight for this offense, man. They really struggled to run the football in the first half. And I promise you, at halftime, in the locker room, first drive, guys, we got to come out, own the line of scrimmage, get the run game going, and that's exactly how they start this half.
Slide. Bubba. Rock.
Gets the back moving.
Ready, go.
They'll go play action with Moore. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. And the Ducks want to crank the tempo.
Great job by the defense that time getting the sack, but no time to celebrate. You got to line up right now because the offense is going tempo.
Blue. Freeze. Booster. Level. Go.
Dante Moore. Rush right in his face. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
This defensive end is an animal. He already has 2 sacks, and we're only in the third quarter. I'd move him around a little bit more defensively so that the offense has no idea where he's lining up. Because right now, man, he is feasting.
Ready. 19, far ball. Rock. Break. Go.
Moore from the gun, trying to convert third down. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense picks it up. Racing down the left side. Takes it in. Touchdown, Green Wave.
Man, defenses are always trying to force turnovers to get the ball back to their offense, make those...